it's Miss Puglisi reporting to you live from my bedroom. We are back for another session of the one and only Ivan. Yesterday I got to Zoom meet with some of my students and I found out that some of them have their own copy of the one and only Ivan and have been following along with me through these videos, and that just made my heart soar because I miss teaching, and this book club has given me a space to read to my students and make myself feel useful and make myself feel like I'm still interacting with the students. And if it's one or two of you, or if I've never even had you in my class, I am honored to be able to participate in this book club with you, and I'm so happy you're still here. We are going to dive right back into our book. We are on page 51. We just saw a little bit of Mac and saw a little bit of his kindness. Now if you do hear a little bit of jingling, it's Benji. He's at the foot of the bed, laying on the floor. He says hi. All right, page 51, not sleepy. Stella, I say after Julia and her father go home, I can't sleep. Of course you can, she says. You are the king of sleepers. Shh, Bob says from his perch on my belly. I'm dreaming about chili fries. I'm tired, I say, but I'm not sleepy. What are you tired of? Stella asks. I think for a while. It's hard to put into words. Gorillas are not complainers. We're dreamers, poets, philosophers, nap takers. I don't know exactly. I kick in my tire swing. I think I may be a little tired of my domain. That's very interesting. This is the first time we're hearing Ivan think about where he lives and talk about how he's feeling about it. That's because it's a cage, Bob tells me. Bob is not always tactful. I know, Stella says. It's a very small domain. And you're a very big gorilla, Bob adds. Stella, I ask. Yes? I noticed you were limping more than usual today. Is your leg bothering you? Just a little, Stella answers. I sigh. Bob wrestles. His ears flick. He drools a bit, but I don't mind. I'm used to it. Try eating something, Stella says. That always makes you happy. I eat an old brown carrot. It doesn't help. But I don't tell Stella. She needs to sleep. You could try remembering a good day, Stella suggests. That's what I do when I can't sleep. Stella remembers every moment since she was born. Every scent, every sunset, every light, every victory. You know I can't remember much, I say. There's a difference, Stella says gently, between can't remember and won't remember. That's true, I admit. Not remembering can be difficult, but I've had a lot of time to work on it. Memories are precious, Stella adds. They help tell us who we are. Try remembering all your keepers. You always liked Carl, the one with the harmonica. Carl, yes, I remember how he gave me a coconut when I was still just a juvenile. Juvenile is a word for a baby or a younger kid. Like if you're in elementary school, you could be considered a juvenile. So maybe a younger gorilla. It took me all day to open it. I try to recall other keepers I have known, the humans who cleaned my domain and prepared my food and sometimes kept me company. There was Juan, who poured Pepsis into my waiting mouth, and Katrina, who used to poke me with a broom when I was sleeping, and Ellen, who sang, How much is that monkey in the window? With a sad smile when she scrubbed my water bowl. And then there was Gerard, who once brought me a box of fat, sweet strawberries. Gerard was my favorite keeper. I haven't had a real keeper in a long time. Max says he doesn't have the money to pay for an 8 babysitter. These days, George cleans my cage and Mac is the one who feeds me. When I think about all the people who have taken care of me, mostly it's Mac I can recall. Day in and day out, year after year after year. Mac who bought me and raised me and says I'm no longer cute. As if a silverback could ever be cute. Moonlight falls on the frozen carousel, on the silent popcorn stand, on the stall of leather belts that smell like long-gone cows. The heavy work of Stella's breathing sounds like the wind in trees, and I wait for sleep to find me. It's interesting, we just learned a little bit about Ivan's keepers. Those are the people that look after him. He's had multiple of them, and the one that he really recalls the most is Mac, because that's the one who's probably the most recent. But we learned about Carl and about the other people that have helped him. and he remembers them slightly. I also like that Stella is someone he confides in or someone he talks to when he's struggling with something, even if it's something as simple as falling asleep. I like her advice of thinking of a good memory. I think I'm going to try that. Page 56, The Beetle. Mac gives me a new black crayon and a fresh pile of paper. It's time to work again. I smell the crayon, roll it in my hand, press the sharp point against my palm. There's nothing I love more than a new crayon. I search my domain for something to draw. What is black? An old banana peel would work, but I've eaten them all. Not tag is brown. My pool is blue. The yogurt raisin I'm saving for this afternoon is white, at least on the outside. Something moves in the corner. I have a visitor. A shiny beetle has stopped by. Bugs often wander through my domain on their way to somewhere else. Hello, beetle, I say. He freezes, silent. Bugs never want to chat. The beetle's an attractive bug with a body like a glossy nut. He's black as the starless night. A lot of imagery in the way this book is written. This is a really great author. That's it, I'll draw him. It's hard making a picture of something new. I don't get the chance that often, but I try. I look at the beetle, who's being kind enough not to move. Then back in my paper, I draw his body, his legs, his little antenna, his sour expression. I'm lucky. The beetle stays all day. Usually bugs don't linger when they visit. I'm beginning to wonder if he's feeling all right. Bob, who's been known to munch on bugs from time to time, often offers to eat him. I tell Bob that won't be necessary. I'm just finishing my last picture when Mac returns. George and Julia are with him. Mac enters my domain and picks up the drawing. What the heck is this? He asks. Beats me what Ivan thinks he's drawing. This is a picture of nothing, a big black nothing. That's not very kind. Julia, standing just outside my domain, says, Can I see? Mac holds my picture up to the window. Julia tilts her head. She squeezes one eye shut. Then she opens her eyes and scans my domain. I know, she exclaims. It's a beetle. See that beetle over there by Ivan's pool? Man, I just sprayed this place for bugs. Mac walks over to the beetle and lifts his foot. Before Mac can stomp, the beetle skitters away, disappearing through a crack in the wall. Mac turns back to my drawing. So you figure this is a beetle, huh? If you say so, kid. Oh, that's a beetle for sure, Julia says, smiling at me. I know a beetle when I see one. It's nice, I think, having a fellow artist around. Page 60, change. Stella is the first to notice the change, but soon we all feel it. A new animal is coming to Big Top Mall. How do we know this? Because we listen, we watch, and most of all, we sniff the air. Humans always smell odd when change is in the air, like rotten meat, with a hint of papaya. We're going to stop there on page 60. Change. Change is something scary, sometimes. I get nervous for change when it's something big. For example, I was nervous to start my new job at my last school because it was new. I was a little nervous when I had to change learning and teaching environments with remote learning. But often with change comes new adventures and new things to conquer. And I'm trying to figure out, based off of my own experience, if this change in the one and only Ivan is going to bring positives to Ivan's life, or is it going to make it harder? What do you think the change is going to be? If we look back at our text, on page 60, one of the sentences says, a new animal is coming to the Big Top Mall. What kind of animal do you think it is? If you're in my class, that's going to be our question in our Google form, and make sure to go fill it out and let me know that you're following along. We're getting out of the introduction of the book and we're diving into the main part of it. And I'm pretty excited to see this new person, or character, animal. They seem so human-like that sometimes I mix it up. If you are not in our class, you can always remember to comment below what you think. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel to know when a new video is uploaded, and you can follow me at Miss Pugz with a Z on Instagram to see what we're doing in our online classroom, see when new videos are posted, and to see what we're doing in our real life classroom, hopefully soon. I'll see you tomorrow.